everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Dee and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I am sharing my love for reading at my own pace. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, welcome. I do invite you to subscribe for more content from me. I now have 8 whole subscribers, so I am so grateful for you being here, watching my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. And so in the previous clip, you saw that I did make a protein shake because I just finished a 5-mile walk this morning. And so I'm just back at home enjoying my protein shake, making some coffee as well for later. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of things in this video, predominantly reading because this is a reading vlog. I've got some errands to run. I've got some house chores to do around the house. I got laundry to do. I've got my second load in the laundry right now, and I've got some cleaning up to do, y'all. So I want to get it done today, and I will be reading because this is a reading vlog in between doing all of those things. So I don't think I'm going to really be going outside, as outside is dangerous. We're going to be reading The Men We Read by Jesmyn Ward. Yes, I am still reading this book. I know I have been reading this book for over a week now. I am a slow reader, and that's okay because I am really enjoying what I'm reading, but I'm almost finished. I am on page 182 right now. I read a little bit at work this weekend, so this is all I've got left, and hopefully I will finish this book this week. So I'm going to be doing a lot of reading today. I did listen to my audiobook. I also picked up the physical copy from the library, which is this book right here. This is called Hours by Philip Williams. I did not realize that this is a massive book, y'all. This is almost 600, well, yeah, it is almost 600 pages. This is a big book. So I am listening and also reading it as well because I tend to digest things a lot better as far as not letting my mind wander. I find myself when I'm listening to audiobooks, I have to really concentrate because my mind just be wandering about work and life and things that I gotta do that's on my to-do list, and just my mind is wandering when I'm listening to audiobooks. So I really have to concentrate. So at first I was like, how in the world are people listening to audiobooks and buying the books as well? Like that seems so expensive, but this audio was rented or borrowed from Libby as well as this came from the library. So I'm not spending any of my coins doing both, and I think it's a good way to continue reading and getting things done at the same time. So my first thoughts about this book is, first of all, this is the author's first novel. It's his debut novel, and he chose to write a 600-page novel. A heavy undertaking. However, the narrator, I'm not sure what her name is, but she is doing such a good job with narrating this book, changing her voice into the characters in which is speaking. And so I have been really enjoying that part about the book. Now, this book is a little different for me because it has a lot of like magical. At first I was like, should I be even listening to this book? Because it does have some, I want to say not really witchcraft, but the main character is putting roots on people, okay? And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I'm too invested in the story because the writing is just so good. It's so lyrical. It's just a well-written book. And this author is actually a poet. So this is his first novel, and I can definitely tell that he's a poet by his writing style. And so even though the story is just not something that I'm 100% comfortable with, I want to put that aside, continue to read it, and just focus on the story because I do want to know what happens at the end. But pretty much what this is about is this lady, her name is Saint. She goes around to, of course, it's historical fiction. She goes around to these plantations, and I'm not sure like what period the 1830s. And she goes around and puts spells on the plantation owners, and they end up dying, and she ends up rescuing the slaves, building a whole new world somewhere that she has she actually bought a house, and once she came into the neighborhood, every white person fled, okay? And so she brought these slaves from these different plantations where she has killed off the plantation owners, and to build a new community of their own called Ours. And so I'm just getting into this book. I have not made a dent at all in this book. I am on, well, actually, I'm not, I'm on page 70. You know, what, 11% of the book or something like that, 10% of this book. Yeah, so it has a lot of magical realism in this book, a lot of spells and roots and stuff like that she's putting on people. So I'm a little leery about it, but the story is I like the story. The storytelling is amazing. The narrator is doing a very good job. And so I think I am going to continue, and I don't want to DNF the book because it is holding my attention. I can definitely say that. All right, so I am going to sit here and enjoy my protein shake. Also, I made a half of a bagel with some cream cheese here. And I'm gonna just sit here and enjoy these two things and just read a little bit before leaving the house to take care of something I need to do. Drinking a little bit of water because I have to go out and do a pre-employment drug test. So I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I'm well hydrated for my sample that I have to collect. And then I'm gonna come back to the house and start with my chores, to do a little bit of reading, and of course fill you in on where I am in the 2 books that I am reading. I have completely failed with my intentions of not spending any money today. I had to drop something off at the thrift store, a mirror, because I am cleaning out this second bedroom because I'll be using this space for my new job. And so I snuck into the thrift store, which you saw in the previous clip, and I ended up buying 1 book. And so let me show you guys the book that I bought. Now, this author, his name is Michael Baisden. I think he has a radio show. I'm pretty sure that he does. And I don't know that I knew that he was an author or he wrote books, but this is a popular, or was a popular book back in the day, called The Maintenance Man, okay? And so I'm like in that fun mood as far as books are concerned. I haven't read any books like this for like a long time, since like I was a young adult. I've been pretty much reading like heavy reads, African American literature, stuff like that. And so I'm just really in the mood to read something like this. So I saw this and it was $1.39. And so I went ahead and purchased this. And I can't wait to read this book. I really can't, because it sounds like so much fun. So if you don't know, it's about a man who is like considered the maintenance man. Women, I don't know if they actually pay him or what, but they get with this man just to, you know, do a little maintenance. Yeah, so I can't wait to read this book. And look at this cover. Yeah, so now I'm back at home and I am doing laundry and get back into my reading, which will be these books. So I'm going to try to finish up this one, and then I'm going to finish where I left off on this book, physical. I'm going to read the physical copy. I only listen to the audiobook when I am like walking or in my car or something like that, where I can't physically read the book, because my preference is a physical book. Just laying here reading, and I'm almost finished. I'm on page 196 of Jessamyn Ward's memoir, The Men We Reaped. And so, although I'm enjoying this book, it is a heavy, kind of depressing, a bit shocking memoir, sad memoir. I'm kind of ready to be finished with it, to move on to something light. I'm trying to get through it. It is heavy. Parts of the book is heavy because it does deal with a lot of men in her life that she has lost unexpectedly. Definitely will be rating this book a 5 because of the way it's written, the way she was honest and kind of raw in her story. I felt like she was very forthcoming with the things that she did in her adolescence, her history, family, and things like that. This is definitely worth the read. It's definitely a 5-star memoir, and so I'm going to hopefully try to finish this book tonight so I can move on. Okay, y'all, so it is 9:45 and I have just finished reading Men We Reaped by Jessamyn Ward. And this book was just absolutely so beautifully written. It was a very, very different type of memoir. She really was raw about her childhood and also into adulthood, the things and the memories that she shared with her friends and her family members. I won't give away the book, but the book was sad. I would say it was kind of like a sad story. She didn't have the best childhood because of where she lived in the South. They were faced with poverty and all the things that go along with that. It was very emotional. I really did enjoy this book. I would definitely recommend this like as the first. If you're new to her books, definitely recommend reading her memoir first, because it's definitely a really good read. It doesn't even read like a memoir. Like I said, it's very, very different from anything I have ever read. It reads like I would say, I would agree with someone who said on Goodreads, a novel. It does read like a novel, and also somewhat of course it's a nonfiction because it's a nonfiction book, but more like an educational book regarding how poverty affects a whole population, in this case a Black population, and all the things that go along with that. Definitely a good read. I'm glad I got this finished, and now I can move on to the next book. I'm still listening to this book right here on, well, I do have the physical copy. Also, I'm listening on audio, but it's like almost 10 o'clock at night, and I think we are done for the night. I'm not going to be reading anything else. I'm just going to chill, relax, probably watch a little bit of Netflix. I think there's a series on Netflix called The Perfect Couple or Perfect Marriage or something like that. That's supposed to be really good. So I think I'm going to just lay back in this bed and watch that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.